One of the things that I love about being a gardener and growing my own food is that I can take the harvest and actually make something out of it and save it for later. I'm here in my kitchen and I'm gonna make pickles. I've had such an amazing harvest this year of cucumbers. I just went out there and in one raised bed, I managed to pick all of these cucumbers. These right here, they're smaller, they're less ripe. These are the best kinds that you want to choose because you want them to retain their crunchiness. You want crunchy pickles. These over here that are much bigger and that are obviously overripe, they're still edible, but they're not going to make the best pickles because they're going to end up being a little too soggy. You want that crunch when you bite into that pickle. I have over here on the stove equal parts water and vinegar, and it's just about to simmer. So the first thing I want to do is spice this up. And I'm going to use some fresh dill. I'm going to just chop some up very coarsely. I'm not making it any particular size. I'm going to take this and pop it into my mixture. But we are not done yet. I'm also going to put some dried dill in here. We're making dill pickles, so we are not going to be shy with the amount of dill we're using. There are places where you can get packages already prepared with the spices that you would need to make pickles, but I like making my things from scratch and using fresh ingredients. So I've got everything I need in here. The garlic and the dill and the pepper and the mustard seed, allspice, some fresh sea salt. As my mixture is coming up to a simmer here, all of the ingredients, their flavors are starting to be released into the mixture and combined with everything else. It smells amazing. I'm gonna taste it. Starting to taste like a pickle. Oh my goodness, this is perfect. I'm gonna let this come to a boil here. I'm just gonna cover it up. And now I am gonna start chopping up my cucumbers. Before I do that, I'm gonna take some dill and just pop it into each of my jars here. I am cutting up my cucumbers here and I'm quartering each one. I've got my mixture here. Ooh, that is ready. All right, I gotta get to chopping. I'm gonna turn this down. I'm gonna let that continue to simmer in there. This cucumber here is a little bit too big for my jar. Can you believe it? So I'm just gonna chop the ends off. I hate seeing my harvest go to waste, so I can put away a large amount of the harvest and I can continue eating fresh from my garden well into the winter time. I'm just adding a little extra spice to the top of each one of these jars before I put the liquid in, our pickling mixture here. When you're putting liquid into these jars, you can of course use a funnel, a ladle, a spoon, anything that's gonna get all of the liquids into your jar and not spill out. After we fill up all of these jars, we are going to pop them in the pressure cooker. If you don't have a pressure cooker, you can still use a very large pot and fill that with boiling water and make sure that it's covering about an inch over the jar itself. Boil that in there for about 20 to 30 minutes, then take them out very carefully. As they cool, I'm gonna hear the top, the lid just pop and seal in. I've already put some jars in my pressure cooker here. This is my last one to go in. I've got about 1.5 to 2 inches of water at the bottom of this. I'm gonna let this pressure cook in here for about 20 to 30 minutes. And then I'm gonna take it out and repeat the process with these over here too. The best way to enjoy these pickles is to leave them on the shelf for about 2 weeks. You want all of the juices and the flavors to combine in there and absorb into the pickles. So leave the jars, if you can, for about 2 weeks and open them up and you'll have fresh, tasty, crunchy pickles. I'm Patti Moreno, the Garden Girl. Thanks for watching.